Welcome to the Rushmore Podcast. My name's Pepper.
My name's Thomas.
And this is a podcast where we talk to Adam Ray, who is does everything.
Prolific.
What does he not do?
Yeah.
Voice acting, stand-up.
Yep.
What else?
Handsome. Good-looking guy.
Hairline having.
Best eyebrows in the game.
Damn, that's hard to debate, and I'm not gonna.
You shouldn't.
No, well, I don't like to be a loser losing things.
Oh, wait. Oh, you like actors that can't do fucking impressions? Is the word I'm looking for? Because he does really good ones.
He does a lot of really good ones.
He's really good with
Best
his
Tony
voice.
Danza in the game by far.
Best Slimer in the game by
the
far.
only one that I recognize, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, and you shouldn't recognize any other ones.
Man, it was such a great episode. This podcast is, speaking of, like, people like it. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah?
We got some new reviews. You want me to read them?
Yeah, of course.
All right, this is from Mama Labs. So
Okay.
that sounds like meth related, probably.
Yeah, or you raise genetically modified dogs.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I'm going with meth. The title is Love This. 5 stars.
Okay.
These hosts are amazing. Thank you so much for this podcast.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Is that it?
Mama Labs. Yeah, it's it.
What's another one?
All right, this is from Big Bad Gorilla Dad.
Who is that? Do you know?
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know any. Do you know any gorillas? The only one I knew was Harambe.
Sean Blaine? Maybe. What's the review say?
Okay. It says, The Best Meets the Best. That's the title.
Okay.
5 stars.
You and I?
Sit down and listen, because you need to hear what's being said.
Stand up if you want.
Shit, that's pretty good. I like how it starts right there.
Okay.
That's earnest.
Keep reading.
Hemingway. Thomas and Pepper are 2 woke individuals.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy this. I think they mean woke in the knowing about conspiracy shit and not like being social justice warriors, and
Right.
I appreciate that. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay.
I'm going to pull an airplane with my teeth. You know who this is.
Do you get that reference? Because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
Do you really? Just a second ago you
For
didn't.
sure, dude.
Who
They're
is it?
listening right now.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, Gorilla Dad.
They know who they are.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Gorilla
They know
Dad.
who
He
they
pulls
are.
the airplane
Yeah.
teeth guy.
I'm not even going to disrespect.
We talk about airplanes on this episode a lot.
Yeah, airplanes are rad.
And Harrison Ford.
100%. Yeah,
There's
we
a
do.
lot of that talk in there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Gorilla Dad? For your review that we appreciate so much, we're going to give you 30 free days
Hold on.
on Audible.
Hold on. Thomas, we can't just give shit away like that.
But we can. Oh, fuck. 30. Did I say 30 free days?
Yeah?
How about, can I throw in a free book with that?
Thomas.
Hey,
dude.
two more?
Dude, chill. Dude.
Three free books in 30 free days?
Chill.
2 of those are Amazon originals, which, by the way, it's
Might
not
be
the
the
words
best
I
ones.
meant. I meant to say Amazon exclusive. And that's what I meant.
Might
And
be
that's
the
what I
best
mean.
ones.
Because you know
Thomas-
what? It doesn't have to be To Kill a Mockingbird might be exclusive to Amazon. Who fucking knows?
But Thomas.
What?
If they find out that we're giving stuff away like this, they're going to hurt us.
Pay us.
Oh.
Anyways, go to Audible Trial.
Wouldn't it be funny if Audible was just like the mob?
audibletrial.com/Rushmore Podcast.
They're not. They're a great company.
Hey, you can't. This is the part you can't interrupt.
Okay. So
audibletrial.com/Rushmore Podcast. AUDIBLETRIAL.com/RUSHMOREPOD. Not the band. CAST. audibletrial.com/Rushmore Podcast.
That's what you call spelling, you dumb
and
fucks.
clapping in the intro. And you know what? I would like to kill you right now for clapping into the microphone.
Hell yeah,
But
dude.
you know what's going to stop me from killing you right now?
The calm that you get from therapy.
Yeah.
I got you.
Fuck, how'd you know that?
I jumped you on that.
I can't kill you. You know too much.
Yeah. Well, if you did want to deal with your mental and emotional issues, where would you go, Thomas? Because I honestly, I don't know where to go.
Well, it's very inconvenient to have to go anywhere. Why can't I just lay in bed?
Can you?
Yeah, if you go to betterhelp.com, that's betterhelp.com/Rushmore Podcast. You know what? I'll even give you, Pepper's not involved. I'll give you 10% off your first month.
Oh, hold on.
It's already cheaper than actually getting a therapist and going in person for those services. Now I'm going to knock off 10% more.
Okay, that sounds pretty good, but can I message my therapist at any time?
24 hours a day.
Okay.
And you'll start, if you sign up right now, you'll actually have a It's all personalized to you. You'll answer a questionnaire. They'll give you a counselor, and you'll have access to them within 24 hours. It's not a crisis line. This is an actual therapist that you can work with daily. Video, just person to person, talk online wherever you are, worldwide, anywhere in the world.
I mean, that sounds great, but what if I'm like not me and I need it for like one of my kids?
Yeah, you can do that. They do teenage counseling. Anyone battling any kind of LGBT issues.
Q.
Oh, well, I thought you okay. Yes, Pepper's issues also, and that's the Q, and it stands for Quincy's, which is a restaurant.
No, it stands for QAnon, son.
Oh,
Conspiracy.
Shit. Yeah, if you want to talk conspiracy, but no, go to BetterHelp.
Can I use BetterHelp to talk about conspiracies?
I would think so.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, your therapist would probably want to get a lot deeper.
Shit, if they're getting paid, okay.
BetterHelp, HELP.com.
You know who doesn't need anybody's help?
Hey, man. Future reference for the intros. The only part you can't talk over and interrupt is the link. That's the point.
That's what you think.
But yeah, go ahead.
You know who doesn't need any help?
Adam Ray.
Exactly.
You know why he doesn't need help?
Because he's the fucking best.
Because he's got the #1 movie released on May 8th on Amazon exclusively.
That's very specific.
The Bellman.
What's that about?
It's Tom Lennon. It's a bunch of people.
Wait. You talking about Tom Lennon from fucking Reno 911?
Yeah, you get it. Harmony.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's. I saw the trailer. I have not watched the movie yet, but guess what? I'm going to tonight. So by the time you're listening to this, I have seen the movie 3 times.
Wow.
And the trailer was fucking hilarious. It was fantastic.
You did tell me that after you saw the trailer.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like, full disclosure, I'm not just saying this because it's in the intro. He did call me, and it was like, damn, that fucking Adam Ray movie looks really fucking good.
Yeah, you can get The Bellman on Amazon or iTunes. It's available now, right now. Pause this, go download it, listen to the rest of this, then watch the movie. The Bellman. Bellmen. I'm used to reading stuff now.
You're spelling up a goddamn storm today.
I'm a big spell guy. Also, we talk about it on this
now?
We talk about it on this episode, and Pepper got real excited about it. He also has a new Seth Green series that he's in with claymation. So Seth Green's best shit comes out June 12th on Hulu.
Seth Green is a robot chicken guy, by the way.
This new show is called Crossing Swords.
Can't wait.
It's like medieval robot chicken.
Yeah.
And it's Crossing Swords on Hulu. We talk about it on the episode, so you'll hear Adam talk about that. It comes out June 12th.
Incredible.
And, of course, what Adam's best known for is About Last Night podcast, which knocks it out of the fucking park every time. He just had a great episode with Nikki Glazer that came out. He's got Joey McIntyre coming out this week from New Kids on the Block. Basically
the only celebrity interview podcast I listen to.
Yeah, he's very good. And he taught us some goddamn lessons on this episode, actually, about podcasting. He might be the most well put together podcaster.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah, Adam Ray might be the best to get advice from when it comes to podcasts.
He's a true pro.
Yeah, great episode. We talk about like flights and Harrison Ford and shit, and we give you our Rushmore of voiceover actors.
It's interesting.
So here's Gilbert.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is for Rushmore Podcast. Look good, feel good, enjoy.
People say we need a theme song, so I wrote a fucking theme song. If you like this fucking theme song, then you'll like the Rushmore Podcast. Rushmore Podcast, Rushmore Podcast, Rushmore Podcast. Fuck you.
Yes, now we are recording.
Man, you guys fucking ask for forgiveness, not permission. You start recording, and then if they say, hey, are we going? You go, yeah. 99.9% of the time, they're like, oh, cool.
Right. Ryan Sickler wanted to get to know us. He was asking, like, where we were from and all that shit before we started.
He was, like, asking our mom's names and shit.
Cool. What's wrong? Yeah, but, like, there's always a chance to – you guys always got to have the tape rolling, man. Think about the funny – I mean, that cheese story is not like something we need to go back and rehash.
That was a great story.
There will be better stuff, but, like –
See –
lost it.
All right.
Unprofessional.
No, it's not professional. It's just the way you guys do things.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fucking synonym.
Okay. Speaking of cutting cheese, have you ever used those sick ass cheese wires? Where it's just a taunt wire, and you use that to cut cheese?
Dude,
where are you from again?
Mississippi.
There it is.
Yeah, I've never used it.
You've never used
a
that?
wire to cut to make a sandwich? No.
Yeah.
Use a knife. You
No.
know?
Okay.
Wait, so it's just like a real shark? You just kind of like
No, it's just
wrap it
it's
around and
it's a thin wire, and it's held taut between two pieces of like a horseshoe piece of metal,
Yikes.
right? And it's held taut, and then you just slide it down, and it cuts the cheese. See, you'll never almost cut your finger off ever again.
Yeah, where were
Now
you,
you know
fucking
that.
10 years ago?
Yeah, I've never heard of that
Where
item.
was that 10 years ago?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
We have
it
Adam Ray.
It does matter. It does matter. Where were you 10 years ago?
Let's get into it.
10 years ago, I think was when I was still recovering from my elbow injury. I was
Yeah, you're
probably
right. You're right. This story
Yeah, yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
Let's get into the episode. Yeah.
Welcome to
Wait.
the Rushmore Podcast. My name's Pepper.
My name's Thomas.
And this is a podcast where we take our Mount Rushmore of any given topic. And then if you listen to this podcast long enough, you'll figure out what happens next.
We have Adam Ray. You want to
We
tell him
have
about
Adam
that
Ray,
before you
yeah.
just stop the
Nope.
intro?
We'll figure it out.
Adam fucking Ray.
Don't
Is
listen
there
to
any way to make it brighter behind your head, dude? Are you
Yeah.
seeing the fucking
He's
just,
actually dead.
the Sigourney Weaver alien type glare that's fucking beaming through your window?
You
Looks like
know,
he's
that
being.
just-
Looks
How
like
much
he's being
light do you
birthed.
need to make a sandwich? Like that? Do you not have? Could you guys have shades or any sort of curtains?
He's
There's
a
gotta be
giant.
shades or curtains back
No,
there.
he's a giant jack dude. So he was trying to adjust the window thing, and it just broke off inside.
He broke it.
So.
Oh man, it's real. I mean, I can, I can't see it all, but yeah, there you go. At least try to cover it
Yeah,
up.
block
It is
it.
like a little, it's just
Distracting,
coming.
yeah.
There you go. There you go.
This might be
So-
the first time we've ever recorded in the daytime.
Yeah. Now I'm in a super.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, life's been a pretty steady diet of podcasts and voiceover and some Zoom shows and reconnecting with old pals. I'm doing a birthday party today for my friend's dad's 65th birthday over Zoom.
Oh,
That's
wow.
so sick.
It's cool. They have quite a bit of cash in the bank, so
Yeah.
this is not your normal 65th birthday party.
Well, I mean, they're getting Adam Ray, so they're really blowing it out of the fucking water, dude.
for sure. And my name is definitely, I'm they're like second family to me, so it's cool. And they wanted me to be a part of it, but I am in no way, shape, or form. Like, I am definitely the least cool person a part of this. There's and it's happening in a couple hours. So I guess if I tell you some of the people involved, as long as you don't put this out before then
No,
I won't.
Who,
get
who
in
the fuck
trouble.
are we gonna tell?
he means put the episode out.
Oh, okay,
Put the
yeah,
episode out so I don't get in trouble. Dude, Jay Leno,
Oh, shit.
fucking Kenny G, Gloria Estefan, DJ Khaled, Kermit the Frog, The Weekend
Fuck.
Update Dies,
Bunch of young
Usher,
talents.
Usher.
They got Michael Che.
Babyface. Oh, and then I'm introducing after Andrea Bocelli brings me out and I do stand up. I bring up Stevie Wonder to sing Happy Birthday.
What the fuck?
God damn, dude.
I mean,
That's like the fucking Oscars.
at my there's two daughters in this family, and the one that I went to college with. At her wedding, Usher, Stevie Wonder, and John Mayer performed. I mean,
Christ.
just like my buddy and I left that weekend, and we were just like, "What the fuck?" We got so fucked up. They rented out this hotel. The pool was like 24 hours, so like you'd finish an evening of festivities and then go right to the pool. I mean, they had us MC the rehearsal dinner on Thursday, and there was like 300 people there, and I was like, I'd love to just have a weekend off and not perform it all. And she was like, there's 28 speeches. I was like, put a bottle of tequila next to the mic and let's do it. And so
Yeah.
basically we just became this like, moderators for the speeches, because most wedding speeches are not great. They're
No.
too long. They're too sentimental. So we kind of got up there. We're like, just let this serve as a, not necessarily rules for your speeches, but like a set of guidelines. And, if you start crying, probably going to make fun of you this weekend. There's not really time for that. We're just getting things going. Don't wear your emotions on your sleeve too early. If you start to drag on and bring up details like, we went to music camp in the 7th, it's like nobody gives a shit. Just shoot her an email next week, and if you do start going too long, we're going to give you the wrap up music. And there's a guy in the back on a laptop, and I go, DJ, hit me with some wrap up music. And he just kind of looks at me. He's like, I got nothing. I was like, what are you just looking at Pornhub back there? And so then people started really kind of adhering to it and keeping their times shorter.
Yeah.
And one gal, her best friend, got up there and she did like a 12-minute speech. We get up there after, and I was like, wow. I go, Shayna, that was a beautiful speech. It was heartfelt. It was memorable. It was a great example of a personable, well thought out, raw and honest speech. It was also an example of a speech that was way too fucking long.
Yeah.
And then people started laughing. We kind of bust, so it did help to keep things on pace. I mean, it's sitting back to watch that many speeches. I just couldn't do at anybody's wedding. It's
no.
too. I mean,
Not even
most of
your
them
own.
are like, yeah, not even your own. I don't even know if I have speeches at my wedding.
But there's so many people at a wedding that are upset that they're not in the limelight and that
Well,
it's somebody
that's-
else's day, and they try to steal some of that shine, and it's so gross.
Or like people that propose at a wedding.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Wait, when does that happen?
it's happened for sure.
I've
that
never
happens.
seen
Oh
that.
my
That sounds
God.
Or at a
disgusting.
reception, they'll propose, and then it just shifts everything to them.
Oh no,
Are you
I have
guys-
been to a wedding where
guys-
somebody said that they were going to have a baby. Like they announced that they're going to have a baby.
Man, just Thunder Stealers, huh?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It
What were
is
you gonna ask?
disgusting. I was gonna say, are you guys using just audio of this or video too?
Yeah,
Just
just
audio.
audio. That's why
Oh, great.
the
The
shining,
glare's not that concerning. It's
the
just
guiding light
distracting.
behind us.
But
is
it does
okay,
look
great.
like Pepper's coming out of a fucking womb
Yeah,
while he
looks
talks
pretty
to you.
sick.
Just change. Oh boy, let me just
Like
see if I
a
can change your view so I don't have to look at that.
Oh, I mean, I can probably do one of those sick backgrounds.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
How does that work?
Well, Thomas, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Somebody created Zoom, and then they created this aspect of Zoom.
I
and that's
know
it
how
all happened.
fucking backgrounds work. I mean, like, how do you get to it? Whoa, shit.
Oh look! Oh, that's terrible.
doesn't
That's
work at
probably
all.
worse.
The light
Oh
blocks
my
out the
God.
background.
Ooh, do you want to be in space?
Oh
Woo!
my god! Oh,
He's
the
gonna have a
light blacks
seizure.
out your background. Yeah,
We're on the
dude.
beat. Oh no, we're not on the beach.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
terrible.
boy.
Okay.
This is just
Well-
this plan's backfiring.
Do you want to just cut this part out, and I'll go grab a blanket real quick and
We
throw
don't
it over
cut
there?
things out. Two
Yeah,
rules.
go for it.
2 rules. Don't cut anything out. And I guess always be recording. We already
Well,
broke that one.
Rules are made to be broken.
When you said
Nice,
that,
dude.
I always hear Pete Holmes. Is it Pete Holmes or Chris Hardwick that almost every single episode say always be recording. So it should be ingrained in my head.
Yeah, I mean,
Not-
it's just I don't know. You just want to. Again, you can take.
You
You know,
just take it out.
after Brad and I, when we were playing in the NBA Celebrity All-Star game, we bought this thing called a piggyback, which is for parents to bring their kids camping, and you kind of strap them into your back, and you walk into the woods with them. And our idea was to, call a timeout, go over, strap in that thing, have me walk out, carry Brad on my back, have him put his arms up, play a little defense against some celebs. And Sue Bird, our coach, was all about it. I shot her a little picture of it. She was like, "This is hilarious." And then I emailed the NBA just to give them a heads up, and they were like, "Absolutely not. What if you
What?
drop them?" I was like, "It'll be hilarious." They're like,
Yeah.
"Well, we don't have dwarf insurance." I was like, "Well, you should.
Which is bullshit that the NBA doesn't have dwarf insurance. It cannot be that expensive.
They should, right?"
You would think. Yeah, we had Brad a couple weeks ago, and we went on and on about everything. I was going to ask him about the NBA All-Star experience, and we
Yeah.
never got around to it.
But my point being is that as Sue was like, "You got to ask for forgiveness, not permission." She's like, "If you guys just walked out with it, what would they have done? Like, canceled the game,
Yeah, that is true, and
So-
that would have been hilarious.
Yeah. It would've
I'm
been
a
awesome.
little disappointed that you're not wearing a Martin sweatshirt.
Oh man, I was starting to get into that quarantine type of laziness where I was like, I'm gonna wear this every day. It's so comfy. You're definitely a favorite new item of mine.
Oh, it's got to be. That episode with Nikki was great. I listened to that.
Oh, thanks.
Nikki Glazer on About last
Yeah,
night.
she's a beast, man. She's always funny.
By the way, I learned something
Nice.
on that episode about you.
Oh, what's that?
That you hosted Fear Factor.
What?
Oh,
Live?
Universal Studios.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. How was
Yeah.
that?
Oh, it was
Like-
cool, man. It was they somehow found a way to create this, show that was similar to the one that Rogan did. And, it was like a 1,500 seat theater in the park. It's where they used to do the Conan the Barbarian live show. And then they did, I think, a Fast and Furious show there. And so they started doing the Fear Factor thing. And it was cool. I mean, because it was also using, people that were at the park. They'd have to go and sign up, and then they go through all this shit. And the stunts were like, they were not on par with like the show at all.
That's what I was
It's
wondering.
like-
What can you get
So
away with?
no
at
horse
Universal?
cum.
Yeah, so it's like, well, no, we still had plenty of horse cum, but there
Oh,
was
sick.
you just couldn't drink it. You just had to pour it on your head, and so it was like
Oh, okay.
there was this sense of urgency that they added. They were like, really, since the shit is not as crazy, like really hype it up and make people so just get their enthusiasm through the roof. And so we come out and we're just like, "Are you guys ready for the fear?" Right? And they're like, "Yeah." And we're like, "All right, stunt number 1." And these people come out and they're on these planks, right? And they're attached to these like harnesses, so there's no real danger involved. So we're like, all right, well, when these guys are on these planks and they're attached to a harness, but when we say go, the bottom, and then there's a sound effect. It's like choo choo, and goes, is gonna drop out, and then we're gonna see how long they can hang, and they're holding on to like these handlebars, hang, up in the air, attached to a harness, so even if they do let go, they won't really, and nothing bad will really happen. Just I'm obviously like adding on extra shit, but there was no real danger to it. So you're just trying to hype it up, being like, holy shit, what if they drop? They'll probably just slowly fall to the ground, right? Because of the wire.
Might get a wedgie.
They might get a wedgie, and those are difficult to pull out. and so then they do that, and then there was one where they had to. It was like a little obstacle course. They had to put their hands in like some eels, but I think the eels were like that. They're fucking clits taped shut or something. And so then they had to drink. It was still a concoction. It was pretty nasty. It was like pickle juice and like horse cum and like probably backwash and just
cranberry juice,
just nasty shit. And one guy projectile vomited on me once during a show. And I said verbatim into the mic, what the fuck? Because I'm like looking out to the audience and I'm like, let's go. You guys fired up. Come on, cheer on Brian. And then I just kind of turned like this. And he just was like, and I was like, what the fuck? Into this headset. And I hear like, 1,500 people, a lot of kids, right? Because it's the park and the show's supposed to be family friendly. It was like half like and half like laughter. And I'm just covered, and I, tried to wing it and keep the show moving. And my boss after is like, I mean, cursing in front of 1,500 children. I was like, what did you want me to say when I got projectile vomited on? Like, is that all you got?
Oopsies.
I'm imagining you like in full Wolverine get up hosting this shit.
Oh man, that would have been the best. Yeah, they kept those worlds separate, but way easier though, and more
missed opportunity,
more money. Yeah, for sure. And I did the warm up at 1.2 before I just hosted, which was fun. It's just like they gave us squirt guns, and we're like running around the audience doing like that pre-show warm up of, tapping people on the shoulder, then turning around and getting a dance contest going, squirting people in the back with a squirt gun, then acting like somebody else did it, or, but we're like mic'd up. But just going to the theme park was always such, even if I was like hungover or at a shitty day prior and I wasn't feeling like getting out of bed, like you can't be in a bad mood when you're at a theme park. I mean, you start to take on the responsibility of like making people's vacations special, which is like a weird
responsibility.
Another day of the week for you, but everybody else, it's like this is their once in years.
Yeah, man. So you got to really like take that into consideration. And so but also like everyone's just so, you get the music, you got Fievel fucking twerking in front of you, and then you got like the Blues Brothers and like Shrek's fucking 69 and Spider-Man. There's just all sorts of stuff going down that you're like, everyone's in a good mood. Like, what am I really, I can't really be too bummed out right now.
I imagine not everybody has that same feeling that you did, where it's like make everything special. I bet there were some real sticks in the mud that worked there.
Oh yeah, dude. I love that you're playing Pessimistic Pete, but you're exactly right. Like
Pessimistic Pepper.
There's definitely a handful of people that were like lifers, and they were like, fuck this noise. Like, I've been Captain America for 16 years. I hate my life.
Imagine how much that motherfucker hates Chris Evans. Yeah. Just doesn't watch any of his movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like there's some of those. When they took the Disney characters, when Disney bought Marvel and they pulled them out of the park, that was actually like devastating to some of those guys. I was doing Wolverine, but I was also playing like this New York cop and then hosting the theater. So I was like, I still got like a job, but the guys that were like full on Spider-Man and Storm for like 20 years, 7 days a week, they're like, my life's over. And I remember saying to this kid who was Wolverine, I was like, well, dude, now you can go back to law school, get that degree. He was like, you don't get it, man.
It's not the same.
I don't get it.
There's no Jean Grey at Harvard.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Oh, well. I also I noticed that you were with Nikki on the questions. You were asking, you were donating $100 to charity for every correct answer. We have some would you rather questions for you, Adam.
Oh, great.
And I have decided we're going to donate $10 for each correct question to a charity of your choice.
Yeah, you got to do what you can do, but also, I would actually, whatever money I get, let's just go ahead and push that charity to the side and put it towards some curtains
I was
and a tank top for your orphan brother back there.
Got it. All right. Would you rather,
Yeah.
Adam Ray, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One horse-sized duck. First of all, I just like the matchup.
Quickest answer we've had so far, by the way.
By far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. You don't think about that before you go to bed. It's there's a one-on-one fight is. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat as a kid, so I know matchups. I know Sub-Zero versus I was about to say E Honda. Who?
Shrek.
Versus Shrek. Yeah. It's I don't think a horse size that's going to be like maybe a little taller, maybe 6'4", 6'5", but I think a duck isn't as girthy as a lot of tiny. Right, you said like horse-sized duck.
Horse-sized duck, yes.
Or duck-sized, 100 duck-sized horses. Yeah,
But it does have a duck. It does have a horse-sized beak, so you
Bill.
got to watch out for that. Bill, sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You just go under that thing, you uppercut it.
See, that's
Or you
what
get
Brad
behind
Williams said.
Yeah, I
too.
want to say, I think you and Brad would be tag team champions because he had the same exact strategy. And everyone else has went with the 100. And they're like, we'll just kick them. I'm like, you are really underestimating.
Dude, you're going to kick 100
100?
duck-sized horses?
And they're horses. They're
Who has
fast.
that kind of cardio?
Also, a lot of there's going to be a lot of strong lower body, a lot of kicks that you're not going to see coming. There's no way you can take out 100 of those. Like, think about Pac-Man. That's fucking the anxiety that comes with trying to take out like 4 of those little fuckers. 100 little things just like floating around your feet is probably going to get pretty distracting at one point, and you're gonna, even if you don't take them all out, I think you're just gonna get tired. They're gonna exhaust you. The defense is gonna just wear you out. But with one, I just like my chances. Also, if I just truly don't make it out, like, I'd feel better about like, oh, this giant
Mythical creature.
horse duck. Yeah, mythical creature. Like a lot of small tiny things. Nobody really has like one giant Beanie Baby. If you found like your dad had cut a hole in one giant Beanie Baby and just fucked the shit out of it, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But if you found like 60 tiny Beanie Babies that he'd all like, that he fucking figured out a way to get inside of, you'd be like,
so flashlights into.
Yeah, man, you'd be like, oh, dude, you'd probably start trying to figure out a way for your mom to cheat, So I think one is a little more easier to.
I think that's the right answer.
Yeah, we agree with that answer.
Oh, great.
I think we didn't I give Brad Williams a sword?
No, Brad asked for a weapon, and we gave him a kitchen knife, but it was dull.
Oh, that's right.
It was a dull
But
kitchen knife.
he's right there at the vitals.
Mark Norman got a stapler, and not because that's what we gave him. He asked for office supplies.
Yeah.
To take down the duck horse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the 100
Mark Norman,
horse ducks.
not a smart guy.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking.
He wanted
dumb.
to throw staplers at him.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know I had a choice. All right. Well, I didn't know this.
You don't need Adam. You don't need a weapon.
Well, if this was like Zelda, where you get like, you get your weapons popping up. By the way, I'm sure they have other games where you can select weapons like Call of Duty, but Zelda,
No, that's actually the only one.
Zelda's the original first-person killing game.
Yeah,
it's the best too.
All right, I got another. Would you rather?
I would take a bow and arrow, by the way, if I did get a weapon of choice.
Oh, we actually have one of those.
Get
in
some
the corner
distance. Yeah,
right
we're
now.
looking at a crossbow.
You have one?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Mississippi's bow and arrow laws are just getting more and more lenient, huh?
You actually have to have one to get car insurance. He's pulling it over here.
Where do you buy it? Walmart?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I think it's my brother's.
Oh, it's one of those heavy duty ones.
Yeah. That's that Joe Rogan shit.
Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Do girls get really turned on by that?
Do girls get turned on by the bow and arrow?
And be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Ask all the missing skin on my dick, Thomas.
Jesus Christ.
Missing skin on your dick?
Yes, disgusting.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, so
you ever fuck so much?
No, definitely not.
All right, you ready for this? Would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather?
By the way, $10 towards curtains for that answer.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Great.
Would you rather give former President Barack Obama the first 90% or the last 10% of a blowjob?
Probably the first 90.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm. I don't know. I don't know if I'm wanting to
Go on.
take what the I don't know if I'm wanting to take what the president has to offer, and that's that just seems like it's gonna be an abnormal amount of juice coming out like that. Like, also there's stress jizz, like this guy's been through it all. He's got a very you saw how the presidency aged him. Like, who knows what that did to his.
But that's going to make that first
ejaculation.
90% so much harder. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, the stress and in his 50s. I mean, unless
Right.
you think you can just really knock out that 90%.
That's going to be a hell of a cardio job.
Well, yeah, but, no, I think I'm up to the challenge. If I've
Okay.
just gotten done defeating a duck horse, I'm definitely like in the right mindset.
Your hands are already lubed up with the
to
blood of
blow
your
a
enemies.
Perez. Yeah, I think also, it's not about how fast you get there. It's about what you do in that first 90.
Okay.
And I think I would get it to a place to where, well, you guys really like to just make people think about shit they never think about.
Yeah,
well,
I'm trying to answer this as honestly,
Earnestly,
as possible. Yeah, I'd say the first 90. Again, I just think the president's packing a lot of
Interesting.
heat and a lot of. I don't want like an anxiety riddled finish, in my wine or my blowjobs.
Yeah, I mean, Brad said the last 10, and I agree with him, but I respect where you're coming from. I don't agree with it, but I respect it.
Why the last 10?
Okay, number one, if you do that 90, you're doing all that work, and
Someone else
there's-
gets the payoff.
Yeah, you have nothing to show for it. It's like going and okay, I can't think of anything to attribute to, but you don't have anything to show for it. There's no feeling of accomplishment that you have. You just came in. It's like pitching a no-hitter for 8.5 innings and then having fucking Craig
Right.
Kimbrell come in and close it out.
Well, I don't think he's probably chosen me. I mean, in whatever scenario this is existing, I have to assume that he did not choose me or know that I'm the one doing it. It's got to be one of these like, planetarium laser tag type lighting situations.
I'm
where he
assuming
thinks
it's
a
like
gal, and 90 seconds in, I come up for air, and hopefully someone that he has seen online or his wife probably is a
That'd be
good
hilarious.
That would be
person
the respectable answer.
to jump in there, and then he goes, okay, cool, I'm gonna take a beat to reset, and seeing me, he's just gonna go, oh man, are you good? All right, Michelle. Like, then he's gonna need a quick second to go, wait, what the fuck? Probably soften up. She comes in, takes over.
I think
That's how he would want it to end. So I guess I'm thinking more in terms of what I can do for our country.
I think you would pop up and you'd be like, "Is that fucking Adam Ray?"
I
like
appreciate your
using-
service.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going according to Jim.
Yeah.
Dude, Pepper, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. My allergies are fucking up.
What have you looked for any treatment?
No, I thought that was just forever.
GetRoman.com/rushmore.
They got treatment for allergy relief, erectile dysfunction. What's that other thing you've dealt with several times? You were telling me earlier. Premature ejaculation.
Yeah, that's all.
Premature.
Yeah.
They can treat that.
See,
Hair loss. You're always wearing your Braves hat, dude. We could get that hair back right, so you don't have to do that.
damn, dude. I thought they only did like ED and hair loss.
No, if you go on there and you fill out a dynamic online visit, you fill out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
You know what those words mean. You fill that thing out. They'll treat pretty much anything you got. I mean, they cold sores, genital herpes. They even got daily supplements you can take.
But I mean, is it quick and easy?
Oh, it's not only is it quick and it's discreet, and the deliveries are all free.
Well,
You're getting access to a physician.
do I have to get them delivered to like the desert
Your house.
in Malaysia?
Your house in Pascagoula.
Don't tell people where I live.
You don't
piece
live
of
in
shit.
Pascagoula, so that was wrong information.
Well, what
Yeah.
if I have like genital herpes or cold sores? There's nothing.
Adam, Bray, I see. Look,
Adam,
just give me 1
take
second.
a
This is
back seat,
you
bro.
have to take your health seriously. I can't have Pepper delay it anymore.
GetRoman.com/rushmore.
All right, fuck, marry, kill. Harlan Williams, Brad Williams, William H. Macy.
Damn, that's a good one.
I was gonna go with Sandra Bullock, but it seemed disrespectful.
Yeah. No, these are better options. These are more realistic. I'd kill William H. Macy.
Okay.
I'd
It's like that's the end. That's the answer.
yeah, I think I'd fuck Harlan just because he's gonna have the best dirty talk,
Yeah.
For sure.
He'd probably he'd say things that you'd never heard, guaranteed.
Call you fellow a bunch.
Call you fella a bunch.
He's super polite.
Super polite. Boy, give me those little Christmas elf testicles you got there. You slippery. You ever put mayonnaise into your sphincter and jumped into a water park with? So I think, and then I would probably marry Brad for the benefits, for the handicap placard, so that we could park at Target and not have to worry about missing out on on Jeopardy when we get home. Also, I think just growing old with a dwarf is, it's, you look over, I don't know how long they live till, but you look over and and you're like, man, look at that nice white beard, right? You start thinking, oh man, is it the holidays already? And he's like, no, it's still July. And you're like, shut it. I'll tell you when you can talk. And then I think that the snacks are going to be good with.
You let him out to pee every once in a while.
That sounds
sure,
like
I think. But also a great companion. You want someone you can grow old with, and I think Brad's that guy.
sounds like a fucking Pixar movie.
Totally. I basically want, the movie Up is what I'm basing my.
That's exactly what was in my head.
Yeah.
All right, speed round. I'm gonna name someone, and you first word or phrase that comes to mind. Got it? Cool.
Yeah.
Brad Williams.
I like how you gave a little bit of a pause.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to build the anticipation.
I needed more explanation. Like that game. Like, how fucking dumb do you think I am? You're like, all right, so here's what it is. I'm going to say a name, and then you say something after that. And then you left the pause as if I was going to be like, whoa, hold on a second. Oh, the name, like the first name? And then
like somebody's name.
Brad Williams.
Brad Williams. Fun size.
Sandra Bullock.
Sweetheart.
Tony Danza.
Role model.
Dane Cook.
Superstar.
Dana Carvey.
God.
That's exactly what Brad said. Nikki Glazer.
Comedy beast.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Heartstring tuggers.
Harlan Williams.
One of a kind.
Brendan Schaub.
Thick.
Sean Kemp.
I guess you could say, I was trying to say like unfulfilled. Like, I feel like he definitely did not
Like
do
unrealized
everything he should have
potential.
done. Yeah. But something more celebratory. Man, best dunker of all time. Hands down.
Better than Vince Carter?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Raptor.
Paul Feig.
What Vince did in the dunk contest is insane. But Kemp in game, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
matters.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is true.
Look at any of those highlight reels. Vince has had some crazy dunks. Look, that USA one when he jumped over that guy, I think maybe on Argentina. That was insane. But, dude, just look at highlight for highlight. It's just
That's fair.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Feig.
Yep.
Man. Comedy. What's the word? Boy, I thought you guys were gonna
Funny.
provide me with like a bunch of words. Just funny.
Yeah, just pick one.
Jesus
Funny.
Christ, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, he that guy just knows. I'll say leader because this guy knows how to assemble like the right people for the right things, and then give them all their. He wants everyone to have all their weapons at their disposal and be able to do their best in every situation. So
He'd be a great person to fight a duck-sized or a horse-sized duck.
He could lead an
he
army.
would, or
Weapons.
at least direct the movie.
Adam Devine.
Ooh.
Lifetime homie.
Eliza.
Smart.
Doug Stanhope.
Okay.
Raw.
Drunk.
Raw and drunk. That's what he would say about himself. Fantastic. We're going to talk to him hopefully Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
We'll see.
We're excited about that. All right. We can go ahead and get into our goddamn topic.
I feel like your segment really killed the episode, Thomas.
Yeah, it really brought everything down. Slowed us down to a
I
screeching
don't think we
halt.
should do that anymore. That's kind of dumb.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could give explanations on longer on
Yeah.
every one of those people, but it's you could tell that the vibe was dropping. So I was just trying to move. As fast as
Yeah, I
possible.
felt it too, but I couldn't back out. I was committed.
I'm banning that segment from the show.
It's banned.
All right, are you ready to get in this goddamn topic?
Yeah.
This week's topic is voice actors.
Voiceover actors.
Voiceover
VO
actors.
actors.
Sorry.
Cool.
This is gonna be sick, dude. I didn't realize how many voiceover actors I enjoyed until I started looking into it. Dude, there are some bangers.
My list of honorable mentions is pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, my list of honorable mentions is insane. So the way we're gonna do it is, I'll start, and then it goes to him on number 4, and then you do your number 4, I'll do 3, and then we'll
Go
just
around
keep
the one.
going and circle into the abyss, and end the show.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
My number 4 on my Rushmore of voice actors is Seth Green.
Whoa.
From Robot Chicken alone. I was checking out Robot Chicken IMDb today.
Yeah.
And the list of fucking characters is never ending on Robot Chicken. It might literally be like almost 1,000 different characters. And hey, you were on season?
This last season,
Yeah.
I think 10. Yeah.
It didn't list what character you played on IMDb.
Oh man, I don't know. I just did a bunch. I mean, I did. I know I did like a Michael Fassbender one for or something, and then a couple maybe Wizards. I just did a bunch, but it was cool to be directed by Seth. And we had him on the podcast shortly after that, and then I'm on his new show that called Crossing Swords that comes out in June on Hulu. I think it's June 12th. All 13
Nice.
episodes of the first season drop, but it's from all the Robot Chicken guys. It's a filthy medieval time show, and it's all
that sounds
claymation.
sick.
And it's Seth Green, Tony Hale, Breckenmeyer, Wendy McClevin-Covey from Goldberg's, Adam Pally, Nicholas Holt, myself, Tara Strong, and a few other people. But it's
shit.
really funny, man. It's it's the trailer's online. I think you can check it out. But it's
I'm definitely
it's
checking
Hulu,
that
I think
out.
June 12th. Yeah,
I'll watch anything that Seth Green does with Clay.
totally. So good. Yeah.
Big Seth Clay
Aiken or
guy.
Clay.
Both.
Clay Aiken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, Clay, Mud, bro, get the fuck out.
I'm a
Mud.
Ruben Studdard
Do
guy.
I play with Mud, bro? Am I fucking 10?
I think I voted in my head for Ruben over Clay too. I think that was like
I did. He had so much soul.
he did, man, and he
Oh,
needed
man.
that money. Like you.
Yeah.
Clay seemed like he just came from a solid background, but Ruben.
Yeah, isn't he like
Us.
a senator or some shit now, Clay Aiken?
What?
I canceled my subscription to clayaiken.com.
I'm pretty sure he's like a Republican senator to whatever state he's in.
Whoa,
That's pretty sick,
Yeah.
dude.
good for him.
I saw Ruben Studdard did something recently. He redid somebody's album or something like that. I saw it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, look at that motherfucker still doing shit.
Why'd you say motherfucker
I
like
don't
that?
know.
That sounded
It was
really
weird. I was
fucking
gonna-
weird.
I was going to not say motherfucker, and then I pussied out in the middle of it. And then
I didn't like it.
Thomas,
Also, I love how specific that you were like. Yeah, I think Ruben Studdard just did somebody's
Something.
yeah,
house.
it
I
was
think there's
something.
something like you bailed on that so quick.
Yeah. I started talking about it, then I realized I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not professionals at him. I don't know if you know that.
No, you're
That-
you're trying your best though. That's all you can do.
I really would like to point out, I do appreciate your setup for Zoom that you're
Yes.
rocking right now.
Incredible.
Because most people we've Zoomed with are either like laying in bed or we're looking right up their nose and they're just talking into
Mark
the
Norman
iPhone.
was working on his fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, Mark Norman was doing mechanic work and then just took a stroll around New York.
Oh yeah. Well, I assumed you guys were taping, so
Yeah, no. Well, we appreciate it. Matter of fact, we'd probably tell everybody we're going to tape and then not.
Can you just
There you
send
go.
us those curtains instead of us buying some? Because
Yeah,
those are incredible looking curtains.
are they really? They're just fucking shitty hotel curtains, you know.
Dude, they are incredible.
My number 4 is
Thank
John
you.
DiMaggio.
Yes.
good.
Prolific as fuck.
Got
Well, that
Bender,
guy's- Yeah, he's amazing.
obviously. Dr. Draken from Kim Possible.
Yep.
He was Steve Wilkos on the Boondocks.
Yep.
Jake from Adventure Time.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Various characters. By the way, when you research voice actors, you get a lot of various characters
Yeah.
as the credit.
Yep.
Various characters on Rick and Morty, which I believe you did a voice on Rick and Morty, didn't you?
Yeah, I did Johnny Depp.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's
It was
fantastic.
like 2 or 3 lines. I can't remember what was the line?
I vaguely remember that now.
Yeah. It
He
was,
didn't he just say something like, "Hey, I'm Johnny Depp." It was something like him just announcing himself or something.
No, he did. He had. It was like 3 lines. It was something to Rick. I can't remember, man. Like, yeah, but it was fun. Those guys are awesome, and we had Justin Roiland on the podcast, and
Yeah.
his story is just bonkers. And he ended it with prank calling we used to end a lot of the shows with people that did voices by prank calling a Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
We had Seth Green do it as Chris, and we had DiMaggio do it, and Dana Carvey did it as Paul McCartney, and
Yeah.
Barry Spears did it as DMX, and Justin did it as Rick and Morty. It's I should post it. It's really fucking funny. Yeah, it was. We had a fun run together of those, and even ones like shit, man. Even like Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who was such a cool get, or Jason Derulo. Like those ended up being so. We just had a good rhythm of like bringing out people's best parts of their personality,
Right.
And you got
making them comfy and making them like Derulo was having a good time with us so much that afterwards we were texting for a while about trying to do a show on Sirius Radio. He said they kept bugging him to do one, and he was like, "It's like, man, it'd be a lot more fun if I had you guys with me to kind of help, drive the ship and me be on there." And he's like, maybe every Sunday night. And I mean, we were making some headway on it to where I was like, Brad, dude, you're gonna have to like cancel your Sunday shows and come back.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck yeah. And then like everything that sounds good, it is too good to be true. But that guy, he was, then all of a sudden we were supposed to have a meeting about it, and he was like, I'm going on tour to Brazil tomorrow. And I was like, see ya.
Yeah, what the fuck? Come on,
Talk
Jason.
about it when we get back. Yeah.
I'll say too, y'all's last episode, y'all's dismount was fucking perfect. I think I've listened to the last episode like 3 times because it was so good. Because y'all just recap like the entire.
Yeah, and you're still doing it
experience of it.
like I've been telling you through this whole episode. I just listened to you and Nikki yesterday, so I mean, the show's still fucking great.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's it's trying to figure out how to. I didn't want to stop doing it because I get so much out of it, and I love doing it. And even these, especially with how things are right now, there's a lot more opportunity to get people that couldn't have maybe gotten to, like, it's shit, man. I just did one with Christian Kirk and my boy Mark Sanchez and Joy McIntyre, but I got Glenn Rice coming up, who I became homies with, and he's in Miami, and that was just one that we could never really sync up on, or the broadcaster for my Seattle Mariners I'm going to do next week. And
that's sick.
Hoping to maybe get Dave Grohl finally. We were trying to get him in studio, but just wasn't happening. But now he's just chilling. So
yeah, I mean, that's how we got Adam Ray. It's just fucking if you're on tour right now doing a show, you're not going to be on the Rushmore podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mark Norman's not coming in when everything's fucking.
When did you guys start this?
Probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But the last
no guests or what?
Yeah, it's normally just me and him. We've had probably 4 guests ever, and then the last 6 weeks we've had a list of 5 or 6 guests that we never thought we'd
because we just realized that like
everybody's
all of the
bored.
people that we enjoy are completely shut down and not fucking doing anything. So we could just
reach
started
out.
asking, and people started saying yes, and we've just kind of keep it fucking rolling. And then when everything goes back to normal, we'll probably just go back to just us dicking around talking about jizz and stuff.
There you go.
That's
got a
pretty
game
good
plan.
Yeah.
Description. What's your number 4, Adam?
Hank Azaria.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. That guy, I mean, talk about various characters. I think at one point he said he was doing 30 different characters on The Simpsons.
Holy shit.
Which is insane. Seth MacFarlane is up there too, because I think
honorable mention.
He's just on a different level. And Mike Henry, who does the voice of Cleveland, has become a good bud, and he's another freakishly talented guy. And the way he has told me how he creates characters is just kind of next level. But his regard for Seth really kind of made me have even more respect for him and his talents. But Hank Azaria, on and off screen is so dope, but like he's such a good actor, and I think that really matters in voice acting, and is such a funny guy, and I just had so much range, and to do like 30 plus characters, and he's been doing it for so long, and he takes care of his pipes, even though I think he smokes, but he's just, to be able to do like, to have access like parts of your register to get something to sound completely different from another voice.
There's a whole science behind that. People don't understand. People think it's just talking into a microphone.
Yeah, it's
Dr.
an
Fauci? Yeah,
No.
it's definitely, there is
Dr.
something that people, nice, dude. Make that t-shirt. I'll buy 4 of them tonight.
All right.
Dr. Fauci, Dr. Pepper, period.
You're hired.
Or maybe
Designer
Dr.
t-shirt.
Fauci, Get Dr. Fauci to drink a Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Oh
And
shit.
what's the slogan?
I'll just sue Dr.
can't
I'll just
say-
go get a doctorate and sue Dr. Pepper.
Or maybe it's Dr. Fauci drinking a Mr. Pibb, and it says, "I'm the doctor people asked for." Yeah, that's what it's got to be. Or maybe he's just flicking off. He's got a Dr. Pepper tattoo on his finger, something like that.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. I'd say Hank Azaria, man. That guy's
It's a great pick.
he's been doing it for so long. Seth MacFarlane, again, close honorable mention, but
Yeah, he's on my
has
honorable
been
mention
doing it
list.
like 30 plus years, and just so to be doing it that long and at this level is pretty impressive.
What's your number 3, Pepper?
I'm gonna go with shit. I had All
You're not
right,
prepared?
you ready? I am prepared,
Okay.
but you stole one of mine, and I don't
We'll
wanna
make
do
that your number 3 and we'll move on.
Okay, John DiMaggio, fucking prolific motherfucker, does fucking everything.
Yeah, he's incredible.
And didn't he do that documentary, the
What
voiceover documentary?
I don't know.
Who did that one? There was a documentary about voiceover actors. I think it was on Netflix.
I know that voice, right?
Yes, didn't John DiMaggio do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, there you
there we go. Valid.
go. And fucking Mark Hamill is my number 3.
Oh
Ooh,
wow.
also good. Also really
Joker, probably the most recognizable Joker voice for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the new Chucky.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Is
in
he
Child's Play remake.
Wow.
I just learned that today. Hobgoblin on the 90s Spider-Man, which is the best Spider-Man
Oh
cartoon.
no shit. The one that I like.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And Mark Hamill was Harrison Ford on Robot Chicken.
Really?
So good.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's fucking fantastic.
Everybody should have a Harrison Ford impression.
You have to.
Yeah.
What's
We had
yours?
this great riff with Jonathan Kite about Harrison Ford opening a Ford dealership. I can't remember what the line he kept saying, but it was just like, "Buy this fucking car."
There's
Get this- yeah.
that video of fucking David Blaine doing the magic trick for Harrison Ford in his kitchen. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, and he's just like, "Get the fuck out of my."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard
So
the
good.
air traffic control radio where Harrison Ford completely fucks up? I think he crashed one plane, but there
Oh,
was
no.
another one.
He crashed several.
Dude, he's a terrible fucking pilot. So you're supposed to like ask for permission on like certain runways when you come in and land a fucking plane, because otherwise, you have air disasters and people die.
Yeah.
And he got permission to land on some runway, and he just landed on the complete other fucking runway. And the air traffic controller was like, "Hey, wrong runway, bud." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need to meet with you after." And they like,
No.
Well, he flew
He's
the
fucking
fucking
terrible.
Millennium Falcon. They should give him some kind of leeway.
you would think,
That's so funny. Yeah.
but
Well,
he
those are
doesn't
two
have
completely
Chewbacca
different-
in a fucking Cessna.
I don't know how to fly either, so they could be exactly the same thing.
Oh my god.
You don't know
Yeah,
how to fly.
you-
What a fucking nerd.
I mean, you'd think they. What a nerd for not knowing how to
Not
fly.
being a pilot.
Simple aviation.
Yeah, dude.
I know how
Would you
birds
guys-
work.
Would you guys get a pilot's license if you?
Oh, you're talking to a guy who's flown a plane, so yeah, I would definitely 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've only been in a plane one time in my entire life, and I flew that motherfucker.
Whoa.
I was in a
incredible.
high school aviation class. Wrap your brain around that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mainly what we
Guess
did
what?
is
Wrapped,
fuck her.
Not that tough to wrap.
Okay.
Wait, now what? Oh, so you were just the only time you've been in a plane was in a simulation.
No.
No, he was in a
Okay.
plane.
Everybody who made a 100 in that class got to fly a plane at the end of the year to like
And?
conclude the school year. So we went to LaGrange Airport and jumped in a fucking plane. The pilot explained that it was an airframe from 1929, but reassured us
God.
that it was completely refurbished. And it was one of the planes where it, like, this is the runway and it sits like this with the tail on the ground. It's called the tail dragger. So you can't see the runway going down, you can't see the runway at all when you're taking off or landing. That was super scary, but I flew the entire traffic pattern all the way around. Had a flight instructor with me, and whenever we landed, I was like, "Did you take over at all at any point?" He was like, "No, you flew the whole motherfucker." And I was like, "Sick, dude. 18 years old, flying fucking planes."
Dude, that's amazing. Would you do it again?
Yeah. I tried to get my pilot's license, but it's prohibitively expensive.
What's
All
your
right,
number
Thomas.
3, Adam?
Dan Casanella,
Ooh, who's that?
Simpsons guy,
Hmm.
the voice
Who
of
does-
Homer Simpson.
Oh,
He also does like 30 characters on The Simpsons.
How
That's
many
what I love.
goddamn characters? They split
Yeah.
like 62 ways.
Yeah, dude, a lot. That's why guys that can just do multiple like that are so crazy cool. me. Or you know what? Here's another one. Piot Michael. You know who that is?
I do
No.
not.
Piot Michael was on the season of Mad TV that I did, and he is a truly unreal impressionist and vocal artist. And there's actually, we animated this when he was on the podcast once. We improvised a whole like fake movie trailer for some movie about pets that take over the pet store. and it's, I had my buddy animate it. It's just type in, about last night pet movie trailer.
Yeah.
It's fucking so funny, and we all do voices in it. Piot does a lot of them. I mean, this he's a freaking nature dude, and I've used him on a bunch of stuff. He was our go-to guy on Mad TV, and he does stuff for Stern and works all the time. But he'll be a household name at some point, but he just constantly works. Also, Eric Bauza, there's another guy.
Who's that?
He's he does is the new voice of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. And
Oh shit.
He does, which is huge. That could be all he does, but he does Fozzie Bear and the Muppet Babies, and he does, man, he just does a lot of shit. Look him up. He's fucking unreal. Another guy too we had on the podcast, and he prank called a Thai restaurant as Daffy, and he's like, "You guys have duck?" Like, yes, we do. And he's like, "That's preposterous!" Like, but way better. Yeah. So he's another. I'd put him on the list for sure.
Justin Roiland. Whenever I
great
found out that he did both Rick and Morty, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, and then you watch him do it, like videos of him doing it in person, which obviously y'all saw. You sat there with him, and
It's extremely confusing.
it's insane to watch in real time.
It's such a good show. I know I think it's kind of becoming cool for people to like shit on it and be like, Rick and Morty's not that fucking smart. Anybody who likes is a fucking idiot. Dude, it's such a good show. It's as
so
far as
good.
animated shows, I think it's the only show that I can rewatch episodes over and over.
Totally.
Futurama is that show for me.
I don't like that show.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
The episode with fucking Seymour the dog might be the saddest thing's ever been on television.
See more
Yeah.
butts, bro.
See more butts. Classic
Great.
slam.
Great joke.
Thanks, guys.
My number 2 was actually Philip J. Fry, and he was Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd on Space Jam.
Okay.
Whoa.
Shaggy on Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, which is the best Scooby-Doo movie from the 90s. Doug Funny.
He was Doug? Oh, you should have opened with that. That's strong.
Farnsworth, Zap Brannigan, and Zoidberg.
Nice.
Ren and Stimpy.
Wow.
Mhm.
And Slimer on 1997 Extreme Ghostbusters.
The best one, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And that's Billy West. Billy
Oh,
West
shit.
is my number 2.
Billy West.
Any relation
So
to Adam
good.
West?
No.
What about the Wild West?
Yes.
Sick.
Kanye West cousin.
Oh.
Billy West,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, Billy West.
Billy
Fuck
West
yeah.
was a gangster. Yeah, dude.
That was a hell of a fucking resume.
That was very impressive.
What's your number 2, Adam?
I'm going to go with Robin Williams.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. I consider that Ferngully alone.
Yeah.
Ferngully alone, dude. But, I mean, dude, I think he's one of the only guys to get nominated for an Oscar or win. Did he win for The Genie? I don't think so,
Ooh,
but
I don't think so
got
either.
nominated, I think, at least. And that was just people don't put in those types of performances anymore.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks crushes it in Toy Story, but like dude, that only Robin Williams could have poured that in. And I just think it's crazy that you don't talk about, animation performances like that anymore. Again, people are like, "Oh yeah, this guy's voice on in a feature, especially." I'm
Yeah.
sure he did a bunch of small stuff too, but in a movie that required that much and was so memorable, it was like the movie's called Aladdin, and he stole the fucking show.
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah.
remembers who played fucking Aladdin.
You did it.
No.
You did it right when fucking Will Smith is playing a character, and you're like, "Oh, but is he going to be as good as this
yeah,
guy?"
man.
You're
Yeah.
Will Smith, and people are still like, "I don't know if he can do it."
Yeah, I'm mad at
Is he gonna-
myself for not even thinking about Robin Williams now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
And he has such a dynamic
Okay.
voice, too.
totally.
Yeah, deep cut Robin Williams, very obscure actor Robin Williams. I'm gonna go with some honorable mentions before we get into our round of ones.
Okay.
I got Patrick Warburton.
I got Eddie Murphy.
I have Eddie Murphy in my honorable mentions too.
Okay.
But Patrick Warburton, Brock Sampson from Venture Brothers, Joe Swanson in Family Guy, Kronk in Emperor's New Groove. Yeah. That one.
that guy.
That guy's fantastic.
Yeah, he looks like a Marine or whatever.
Yeah.
Big face.
Adam Ray, you're on my
Oh, shit.
honorable mentions.
Okay.
Solari in Tomb Raider, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
I know I was in Tomb Raider. I didn't know.
Of course you do.
Well, I was.
Oh, really? Kevin Conroy, who was the voice of Batman in the Mark Hamill Joker, opposite of him in the 90s Batman.
Dope.
Tom Kenny, SpongeBob, various voices. Seth MacFarlane,
Yes.
Yep.
and Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime.
Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's
Colon. That's a part of your butt, dude.
Yeah, Cullen.
Fucking idiot.
Cullen. Yeah, dude.
I got Mississippi native Morgan Freeman.
Oh
Obviously.
shit.
James Earl Jones.
Great one.
Obviously. I can't.
You just named God, Darth Vader, and Mufasa, so it's hard to argue with that.
I can't remember his name now. I should have looked it up, but it's the guy that he's on Archer and
John
Benjamin.
No, the other guy.
Oh, I don't know.
He's on Archer and Rick and Morty. He's a dad on Rick and Morty.
He's
The
Jerry.
fuck is his name?
Chris
I know. Yes,
Yeah.
Chris Parnell.
Yeah.
Yes, fucking yeah. I love that dude.
man.
I love his voice. He's got such a he's got kind of like a Mark Normandy voice where it's kind of like
Oh,
old time.
yeah.
Very broadcasting.
Yeah.
Love it.
What's your number one?
Oh, me. H. John Benjamin.
Hey, try saying that name again.
H. John Benjamin.
There we go.
I fucking love his voice. It's hilarious.
It's fantastic.
Just he can make me laugh with just like little inflections in his voice, and he's so like deadpan and dry. It's
You okay, Adam?
Oh fuck, dude.
That was a good spill.
You drinking Dr. Pepper, bro?
You're gonna have to put on your fucking Martin sweatshirt.
You
So-
act like that's a bad move.
No, I love that shirt. It's
Oh, that
fantastic.
Martin sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit on Instagram, dude. That did yeah.
Yeah, it's a
sorry.
live fucking shirt.
It's hot.
But John Benjamin, that was my introduction to home movies on Adult Swim. It was the first show to ever air on Adult Swim,
Wow.
and he was the coach. He's the coach on that show.
Hey, when
Yeah,
you
he's a
do that
gangster.
stand-up show, how are you gonna stand up? Or are you just gonna?
No, I'll sit here.
Okay, that's pretty sick
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Just tell some funnies in the mic.
Yeah. It's just better. It's more upfront and personal this way.
Yeah.
All right, my number one, original Looney Tunes, every voice, essentially. Woody Woodpecker,
Mel Blanc, right?
Mel
Yeah.
Blanc, Tom and Jerry. He came back to do Bugs and shit for Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Barney Rubble, Dino, Cosmo from the Jetsons, Speed Buggy, the Cuckoo Clock and Monsters,
Whoa.
fucking Captain Caveman.
Was he the only guy that did voiceover back then? Like it seems like
Basically.
it.
Well, most of his credits were actually radio credits
Yeah.
from like the 30s. But that dude was versatile.
When did he die? He died like fairly recently, right?
He died in 1989.
Okay, so I was wrong.
So yeah,
That's fine.
recently before I was born.
Right.
Back when Eddie Murphy was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's a good honorable mention too. Mushu and fucking Donkey.
And Mushu. Yeah, that's the
so
little
it's a
the little
dishonor on
shit
your whole
dragon
family.
from Mulan.
What's your number one, Adam?
I'm probably gonna go with and this was a close race between the guy who does the voice for the Cars for Kids commercial.
Cars for Kids.
1877 Cars
Oh,
for Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Between that kid and the woman who voiced Lamb Chop, the popular PBS kid show back in the late 80s, early 90s.
From Mr. Rogers?
No, Lamb Chop.
And my third choice is Lamb Chop. That was a separate show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
By the
know.
way, these are joke answers, but the references are too far from what you know. So the real answer I'm going to go with is Frank Oz.
Oh yeah.
Classic. This guy.
Yoda.
Not only did he give us Yoda, but Fozzie Bear and Miss Piggy, and that's fucking range, and countless other characters on the Muppets. But that guy is another just kind of voice legend, and a guy that is his normal speaking voice lends itself to things like Fozzie Bear and whatnot, but like what he does after that is pretty crazy. So-
Yeah.
and again, doing it for so long.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that.
if not Frank Oz, then I'm going to do the guy who sings the jingle for Pepto-Bismol.
That's a
Oh,
great
fuck,
goddamn
dude.
jingle, isn't it?
It's
I'm mad
so
that I didn't
good,
think
dude.
about that.
Pepper's a big jingle writer over here.
Yeah,
He writes
I
a lot
am.
of jingles.
Oh, dude, the Pepto-Bismol one is unreal. It's nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset
Upset
stomach,
stomach diarrhea. Great harmony, Adam. We just
Yeah.
sang together. I got one more thing to ask from you now. Brad did this as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ryan Sickler just got interrupted by Pepper the whole fucking time.
Sorry.
So we're gonna ask you,
Wait,
however you.
What do you call it? Why they call you Pepper?
That's my name.
That's his real
You'll
name.
see my driver's license.
I'm okay. But what?
It's not
What?
interesting.
Well, tell me the story.
It was Pepper was a last name in the 1800s. Whatever. My family came on the boat, and then it moved to a middle name in the 1900s. And then now with my son Pepper, it's a first name, so it's just an old family name,
Whoa.
and it's boring as shit.
I thought that was a
Go,
great
you-
story.
Oh, sorry, dude.
That was
Just
a
shit
great
on your own
story.
story.
Yeah, dude. Come on. You got to own your name more. It's your name.
Yeah. It is my fucking name, and don't try to steal it, Dr. Pepper.
Yikes, dude. You got
Jesus Christ. You trying to get a Mr.
Black
Pibbs?
pepper?
You trying to get a Mr.
Soda
Pibbs
pop.
sponsorship for the show?
Yeah.
That's I mean the names. I went to elementary school with a girl named Audrey Clickard. I mean you
Oh,
can't
shit.
get
Ooh, shit.
Klitgard.
That sounds like a fucking.
Did y'all just call her Hood?
What?
We should have, dude. We were not savvy enough in the fucking fourth grade to. I don't even think we knew what a clit was. So I'm gonna start there with.
Yeah,
We were just like, that sounds like a weird name.
that's a good
But,
point.
Yeah.
Most people don't find out about that stuff till they're like 28.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Nice.
20. I'm 27. So here's hope.
Yeah.
Behind the curve. Yeah, we were gonna ask you to, however you want to do it. If you want to do it as Adam Ray, if you want to do it as fucking whoever, but just cut a promo telling people to listen to the Rushmore podcast.
Oh yeah.
You would.
So what did Sickler do?
Sickler just got interrupted by Pepper the whole time, so he didn't really
I
get
don't
anything
remember that.
accomplished. But
Okay.
Brad did Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice. Do you guys have something for me to say, or you just want me to do all the work?
Yeah, no, just improv all of it. You're on Mad TV. You know how to fucking. That's not.
And by the way, I like Mad TV better than SNL.
yeah, me too. Always a Mad TV guy as a kid.
Yeah, I was always a
Yeah, it was
huge Mad
cool.
TV kid.
Yeah, it was cool. Well, just having the things like be memorized and scripted is always like a cool way to do it. But I mean,
Yeah,
shit, man,
Thomas, you
SNL
fucking idiot.
SNL crushes the live stuff. So it's it's all comedy's all subjective, and podcasts are all subjective, and people also lighting is subjective. Some people think that they should fucking blind their guests the whole time. And some people are a little more courteous. Maybe
I'm really
by-
surprised those towels have stayed up there.
Nice, dude. Are those classic Mississippi curtains?
Yeah. Dirty towels.
Are they dirty?
I have
they're
no
dirty as
idea.
fuck,
Hang clean
dude.
towels up there. Yeah.
No.
Jesus. Yeah, that's
And
my.
what sort
white.
of what are they messed up with? Like, what did you just cheese it dust, or is it all
Well,
like?
this is Thomas's brother's house.
Yeah, this is
so
our place.
God no. I mean, there's definitely Doritos dust on there because there was a Doritos bag on one.
Probably some straight sharp cheddar cheese.
and I mean
Ugh.
jism, of course.
Ugh.
Shit, probably.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What do you,
Probably some
Boy,
animal
Mary
blood.
fuck kill shit, jism and Doritos.
Ooh,
Mary Doritos.
fucking
my
shit.
That's
Mary
it.
Doritos and what else?
Oh well, you gotta. Well, I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna fuck shit and kill
Jizz?
jizz.
By the way, that might be the best moment in your podcast to date. You looked at him and said it with so much sincerity in your voice.
such conviction.
and
I
looked
just-
at him with like is that like do you agree? Like that's a good answer, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it as Dr. Phil. I do that on
Oh
Cruella.
fuck yeah, dude.
Perfect.
Okay, so here's the thing. So most people during this pandemic, okay, are struggling to find some sort of a connection with family or friends or side chicks or look, I've been online. Look, if you have time, okay, do a deep dive on YouTube for Chicken McNugget drive-through dad fights. There's at least 16 videos, okay, and I don't see color. There's fat dads, okay, there's Jewish dads. And only twice in my life have I seen, okay, the front side of a clit. There's one podcast that I listen to when I'm truly just looking for something to let my mind relax, okay. And when I'm in the shower, and I do shower sitting down, not because of my bad back, but because I like to feel the water drip on my head. A golden shower is only illegal if you're giving it to yourself. My favorite podcast is the Rushmore podcast. And the only thing I can say is that these two guys smell great.
Fucking perfect.
Is a Dr. Phil impression just Nancy Grace impression, but with a
With more
dude?
bass in the voice.
Yeah.
Nancy Grace. I don't watch her enough to know, but you might be right.
Don't.
I think it
You
is.
should never.
Oh yeah,
I just-
she's a
I
terrible
just-
person.
I just kind of did a pepper and then just pulled back the anti-Semitism.
You have no idea how on brand that was.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad we're wrapping this up then.
That's a run. That was the most like worried laugh I've ever heard. But no, it's a running bit. But I don't think he's. I would hope I'm not doing a podcast with somebody that actually thinks that way.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love everybody and I hate everybody equally.
Go
Good ending.
Supersonics.
Go Supersonics.